Triad native Tony Brown has had a career full of highlights. Surely you'd expect playing in Elvis's band to be near the top.
If not that, you'd think the Grammy Award would take the cake. But it's his latest honor that he says makes him most proud. WFMY News 2's Manning Franks spoke to the music man from Walkertown about his impressive career.
Well, they called me about a month ago and said, you can't tell anybody or we'll kill you. So I couldn't even tell my kids.
Being inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame,
I'm on cloud nine right now.
is an honor unfathomable to many.
And you dream of being in the Country Music Hall of Fame, but I figured there's so many more people besides me that belong in there before me.
Including 2025 inductee and country music legend Tony Brown.
My dad was an evangelist, and I had two brothers and a sister, so the four of us would sing, and he would go evangelize, preach. One day I learned how to play a song on the piano, and so at the church service they let me play it that night, and the crowd went wild.
And just like Tony's humble roots in the church pews of Walkertown, North Carolina, he's far too modest.
My first big job was with J.D. Sumner and the Stamps Quartet. Got sort of snagged away by the Oak Ridge Boys. Eventually they put us on tour with the Elvis.
From Nashville is Tony Brown.
And I did this till Elvis passed away. I played his last show. Then I go home and I'm going, now what am I going to do? Because after Elvis, you don't go back and play for just anybody, right?
Yet for Tony, that was only the beginning as he transitioned to record producer.
So I came back to Nashville and signed Alabama. I inherited George Strait. And then I inherited Reba, and my first album I cut Fancy on that record, which became her biggest hit.
Wynonna Judd, Lionel Richie, Vince Gill, Barbra Streisand, and so many more. Tony Brown has worked with the best.
I was a musician who was a producer, and so I could relate to the session players, I could relate to the artists.
But it was his gospel roots from the Triad that made him the producer he is today.
And I used to kind of push my Southern gospel background to the side, but I realized why not a Judd and Reba and Marty Stewart is really important to them.
So yes, safe to say, Tony deserves this country music honor.
All that hard work I had been doing was paying off in spades for sure.
But this Triad boy won't be the one to tell you that.
Dream big and it could happen. But I'm still that guy from Walkertown, North Carolina.
In Greensboro, I'm Manning Franks, WFMY News 2.